cannot hear the
Yes,
stream.
I realized now that I had the stream muted and now it is unmuted. So
there it is.
everything should be okay. Take a listen. I also had you guys muted. I don't know how that happened. All right. Cool.
Can you hear us now?
Cool.
Good.
No doubt.
Hello.
Right.
Hello.
There it is. Hello, Scurvy Knave. Welcome to the chat.
Welcome to Friday night's Mythcraft stream. I'm glad the sound is good. Thank you for joining us. Now, let me get a little bit into this. Let me shake off the rust of what it's like to live a normal, everyday life.
Music.
Jay, stop shoving your face into your fucking job. How about that? How about that?
I just work here, man.
All right.
That's better.
There we go. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls and goblins, creeps and freaks, whoever you may be. Welcome to another exciting episode, edition, airing of Mythcraft Country. I am your MC. That's right, I'm your MC, aka the Mythcrafter, Jeff. I'll be the one crafting and weaving the stories we tell, but I mean, really, I'm just working with the world that is built into the very game of Mythcraft itself.
AK the man who usually doesn't have a plan.
The man who usually doesn't have a plan, but for this game, I have the bones of a plan. If this is your first time joining us, thank you and welcome. I'm gonna get into some introductions, and we're gonna do a little bit more minutia before we start. So let's introduce our players. As I've already said, I'm Jeff, the MC, going from left to right, as one reads. We've got Mav.
What's up, everybody? It is your boy Maverick SD, the man who's excited to play video games right now and is currently playing a tabletop. Yeah, we are here to experience this world. And last time I checked, we were in danger. Literally, insert Simpsons meme here. We were in danger, and with which trying to subvert said danger. Don't know how that's going to work. There's only 3 of us at the moment, and the only reason I say that is because one of us seems to has disappeared, and I am trying to hold myself together.
Let me clarify. It's 2 of you. It's you and Jairus. Gall and I are gone.
There's 3 of us. Again, I know where Gall went. I don't know where you are. My statement was not untrue. Correct.
Yeah.
One.
And so, yeah, we will be finding out just exactly how in trouble we are. And yeah, I'm here for it. Love this system, as I've spoken before, and really looking forward to see what exactly gets thrown at us, because Jeff is not the how do I put this? Not the PTSD inducing MC that I have been used to all of the years that I've been playing, but he does like to throw you a curveball and make sure you know you're playing his game. And then we turn around and mess up his game, so it's fine. Oh, you want to go do this thing? Well, we're going to go do this thing that we want to do. I wasn't planning on that. Shit.
Okay, yes. It's like I planned the whole time. Up next is Henry.
Hello. I'm your olive daddy here.
You're a bit.
Mediocre Mets. I eat olives and play a raccoon.
Disgusting.
When did this start? When did this become a thing?
It's been like 4 episodes now.
And I hate it here.
And I'm almost done with my jar of olives.
Thank God.
So
this is the worst goof he's brought to this game so far.
I mean, to be fair,
weird goofs.
I mean, to be fair, I eat pickles and drink pickle juice, but olives? Ugh.
It's because olives aren't pickled; they're cursed.
Oh?
Yeah, I will agree with that.
I don't know if I can agree with that on a technical basis, as they might be pickled, but fuck it.
I think olives are pickled.
Let's move past
Brined. I'll say the brined.
all that bullshit, and on to
The Father Time himself.
And on to the man who
Grandpappy.
put butts in seats, the man who put dice on tables, the man who put character sheets on phones. Actually, is where a lot of us were doing it for a while, but not anymore. They're back on paper and back on tables. That's right, Jameson Oxford.
It's the way God intended. You should do it with paper and pencil. My name's Jameson Oxford. I'm going to play Gall Sidman today, your little Brunei druidic shaman lawyer boy.
Gargoyle at night.
And I'm about to start my special victims unit. The first victim being me, as I get to know some criminals.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. I believe that where we left me off was in a den of thieves, I believe would be the correct term. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I'm not sure exactly how it lays out. But I have been told by multiple people that this is a literal den of thieves, that this is run by criminals. This is a syndicate.
You are there. That is a
syndicate
thing.
I would agree with. I don't know if I would call them all a den of thieves per se, but syndicate I would agree with.
I'm not gonna split hairs. That's Gall's job. I'm not a lawyer. Gall can litigate.
Hold on.
That.
Say it right.
Liar.
A liar? Oh no.
There it is.
Yeah. Gall is a liar. He's one who lays down the law. Yes.
Yes.
You say it right.
And those
Denise.
are our cast of felonious fellows. Our misdirected misfits. Our bunch of mostly cis white males and
mischievously mannered men,
and that's okay because they're all allies, guys. Can confirm, all allies.
For now.
With that being said, welcome again. Thank you for joining us.
Anyway, so I just was looking at my soundboard, and I again remembered that this is dead.
Oh, we lost the spoon.
Yeah, the spoon's been gone for a while.
We did not lose the spoon. We lost nothing. Somebody specifically lost the spoon.
Didn't lose the spoon. Hooked it into the flesh pit.
Yeah, he hooked it. Beat me to it.
Who told her? Who told her?
Yeah. All right.
Every once in a while, a woman shows up.
Have you guys seen that? If she don't hock Tua, I won't talk to her.
Yeah. I think we've all seen it. Anyway,
yes.
Getting back to it again. Welcome. What we do here on this fabulous Friday. We're here with the boys, literally, but the boys is gender neutral. We're here with the boys, and because it's Friday night, what we always do is we get ourselves a drink. We crack open a cold one. You know, we give it a cheese, and we start the show.
I totally don't have 3 different beverages near me right this second.
Neither do I.
I just run away whenever I need one.
My fridge is 10 feet away.
I'm not
afraid to fucking walk away from y'all.
3 that I am currently drinking, and there's a 4th one that shall remain off screen because.
Hey, did we tell them what game we're playing here?
Yeah.
We got a newbie in the chat.
I believe I did, but
okay.
I will.
Let's go over it again.
Hit it again. We're playing a wonderful game called Mythcraft. Mythcraft is a relatively new system, actually now just awarded. No beer introductions. Oh, we'll do drink introductions next. Mythcraft is a relatively new system that actually just got nominated for a Crit Award, so it could be an awarded system here soon.
That's cool.
I made my votes. I'll tell you that much. It is made by Quasi Real Publishing with the help of the Homebrew Network, and we have been supporters ever since the beginning. You can actually find our name in the book. But
I always forget that. I love hearing it every time.
And I just want to give a shout out to the creators because I do think that they are paying attention to the people that are streaming it, that are playing it, and they are making all of the updates that we're touching on. Like, hey, these things aren't implemented. Like, there are a few things that are still outliers, like mount speed, that we still aren't 100% sure on.
I found out I just have to look up the beast's speed.
Okay.
You just find the animal that is your mount, and it has the speed. So that
there you go.
That does that. They're also very active on the Discord. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, all you have to do is go to the Discord. There's an MC chat. It's a huge Discord, well connected. They're very, very active on staying in contact. So if you see this game and you want to give it a shot, I strongly advise it. Go check them out at mythcraftrpg.com. That's their website. It'll link to all their stuff. Really is truly. It has been a pleasure to work in this system. So I will say its praises right up the front. With that being said, like I said, we got our drink. For some of us, we got our approved
penis.
Excellent.
I mean, I can say that mine's
personal electronic nicotine inhalant system.
Yes. Exactly. I'll say that because it's not a beer, I can gladly say I'm drinking a Bang. Because unlike the rest of them, I have to stay sharp and awake.
Whoa.
To be fair, I had a rough day.
Klep stays on his toes.
He's got a pep.
Fantastic.
To be fair, I had a rough day and thought I was gonna have to take a nap, so I am currently I'm Red Bulling it up.
So just to be clear,
Jameson is drinking a frothy iced tea.
A pint, a lovely pint.
A lovely pint.
Something brown.
A pint
it rhymes with Winnis.
Brown. It makes sure all your troubles go down. I'll tell you that right now. All right, we've done enough bullshit, and I'm sure that we are losing viewers by the second by all this. Let me jump into this game by telling you where we've been so far. If you haven't been with us, we had a collection of fine fellows. That's Jorn, the Hondu, Klep, the Kleppen, Gall, the what's the name of the guy?
Brunei.
Shaman works best, I feel like. I've been struggling with it myself.
Shaman isn't it. What's your
It's a Brunei.
What's your
Brunei?
What's your
Brunei?
lineage?
Sorry.
Brunei. Gall the Brunei and the DMPC that is Jerris the Fiendblund. They found themselves as unlikely partners on a big bridge that is also a pretty big city called Bridgemore. There they solve some crimes like pesky teenagers do, except for they're not all pesky teenagers. And after putting a stop to the cult that was there, decided the heat got a little too hot and decided to get the fuck out the kitchen. From that point, they found themselves in a spooky manor, and one of them found themselves dead. But thanks to the blessing of me, the MC, I allowed him to come back to the life with a little price.
It was Gall. Gall died.
Inside.
Sure, Gall died inside. Meanwhile, Klep died outside. And so he's come back with some contingency. And normally I don't talk too much about that, but it's especially valuable tonight. You see, that contingency is that he soul bonded with a unicorn. The unicorn brought him back to life by giving him just a little touch of his soul. And by touching souls, as some gently do touch tips, he was able to draw him back to life, but now he also has a little bit of that power. Just a little bit.
And unicorns aren't nice, apparently.
And unicorns here.
Was not in the memo.
Bad.
Was not in the memo. Was not.
Was in the memo. In the memo.
No, I don't remember reading that in my legal paperwork.
Unicorns in the realm of Mythcraft are well known to be malicious and vicious. So,
and maybe not neutral.
And as we clarified last episode,
we'll find out.
Outwardly malicious. Outwardly malicious.
Not just like
openly.
Openly malicious. Known to be bloodthirsty. For no
just
other
for fun.
Definitely I'm a F you up kind of energy.
Definitely I'm a F you up kind of energy. Now, they left there, went to a city that had a flesh pit. Don't ask questions. It was weird. Left there deciding that they would be caravan guards. Good for them. What an interesting choice. Through the desert on their way to Falth. Falth specifically is a federation of territories. Now, one of them is from Falth. What he knows about Falth isn't always what Falth is. And I think that's really where we're going to start tonight, because where we left off, they'd seen that unicorn. Because you see, when they brought it in to make a deal, there was no taking it back. There was no putting the jack back in the box. No, no, no. That unicorn, it now roams free here. And they saw it. Now, luckily, they were able to avoid it. But in avoiding, they did lose little Clep. Why, you might ask? We're going to find out exactly why as we go. But in route to escaping it, Gaul decided to charge forward ahead of everyone else to warn the town, or the nearest town, that may be in danger in the Federation of Falth. Now, he managed to make it there, where he was directed to a large polar urcow that goes by the name of Belson Wesk. We're going to get into that in a second. But as our friend Jorn, with a little help from Jairus, pushes or pulls his cart and the rest of the caravan towards the city where they happen to be. Hopefully they head towards the right city. Let's talk about what Jorn's experience is in the Federation of Falth. You see, Jorn grew up here. But Jorn grew up, admittedly, off the beaten path. You see, the Federation of Falth is well known for being a place where ne'er-do-wells do well, in fact. They dwell here. And people of all kinds aren't known, people of all walks of life aren't explicitly known for their altruism here. No, it's a place run by mobs and syndicates, and most people know that, and they're okay with it.
To make a joke about my own race, it's a dog-eat-dog world.
And in this dog-eat-dog world, well, you see the family that was his family, and the tribe that was his tribe, well, they went off somewhere else to bury their bone. So yes, they're technically in the Federation of Falth, but they're on an edge, an outlying territory. Now here's what poor little Jorn didn't know growing up, and didn't know when he was grown either, really. The only reason that he got to have a relatively peaceful life, the reason he wasn't so jaded by becoming a guard instead of a hired man, like would happen almost anywhere else in Falth, is because his little village, they were under the protection of basically the only shining light, if you could even call him that, within Falth, the Grey Hoods. The Grey Hoods sheltered him and his family, his tribe, his village, from what the rest of Falth is like. So as he ventures in, though he has ventured through, trying to make his way to widened ideas, he's going to get a little bit of a different experience than maybe what he was familiar with in the first place.
Because I did guard in the main city, but may not have experienced everything I was supposed to have.
Not exactly. Not exactly. We'll flesh out exactly the city in which he was a guard and what that meant for him in a minute. But now, we're going to pick up in the city of Dirge. Dirge is one of the bigger cities in all of the Falthan Federation. It is controlled by the mob boss, the mafioso, Belson Wesk, known to be one of the more influential of the bosses here. Now, Gaul doesn't know that. Jorn might have some idea. I'll say that much. I'm going to get myself slightly more in frame.
You live there long enough, you got to know something, right?
It is a different city.
Jorn might have some idea.
So, don't mean to interrupt you, but so when I showed up, there were two cities that were like right next to each other. Correct. That's the way it was described. Okay.
Not exactly right next to each other, but in close.
Like you can see one from the other
within spitting distance.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say within spitting distance, but close enough that you could easily make it from one to the other within the course of a day and probably back again.
Okay. Good to know.
The other city was walled, of course.
Spatial awareness.
Let's jump into where Gaul's at. Gaul stands at the largest desk he may have ever stood at. Because you see, on the other side of this just enormous desk is a 10-foot tall Urkow man.
Was that mahogany?
I said the thing! Made of rich mahogany.
It's good. It's real good. God knows his wood.
I'm sorry.
As I said, he is a polar Urkow.
Bring it in.
So he's larger than most you may have seen. Now, Gaul will probably only come across one or two, as he's a simple southern liar.
And to those that do not know, an Urkow is a bear-like humanoid creature.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like an Ursa. Like an Ursa. Like an Ursa.
Big old bear dude.
He's a bear humanoid.
But
he's a bear man.
He's polar, so he would be
white.
I wasn't gonna say it. Yeah. Not he'd be lighter. Lighter fur.
Is he white or is he white? Those are two different things.
Why?
Uh-oh. Shit. All right.
He's white, not white power.
Lord. He actually
But he does have the he's into the right to bear arms.
He's got the right to bear arms for sure.
He's actually got the right to arm bears too. I mean,
both.
I imagine he's got a lot of rights around here.
Hey.
All the rights.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh my.
So he's extremely tall to Gaul.
He's very tall compared to Gaul. Ooh. But he is sitting at the desk. He still is probably taller than Gaul sitting. He leans over his desk to look down at Gaul and says, "So, you found yourself a creature out there? You think I should know about it?"
Yeah. We ran across it back in
Husk.
Thank you. Back in Husk. And
it wasn't in Husk.
It was on the way to
we
Husk.
Weren't on the way. It's in the deserts before.
You ran into it in the desert of Nalathesh.
Now in the desert of Nalathesh. And we saw it on our way here. So I rushed here to try to help keep people safe, because it's dangerous. Why does it feel so hostile?
Make me an awareness check as you say that.
Fuck me. That's a bad start. That's a 8. Can I do intuiting to make it a 12?
I will give you intuiting.
Okay.
To make it a 12. With a 12, you get the vibe of this room right now. You're looking around, you're like, this does feel hostile for some reason. Why does this feel like I might get my ass kicked right now? So you start to look around and you notice that the kind of respect that they're giving this Urkow is not the kind of respect that you might see a tribal leader where you had been from, or maybe a mayor. Hell, even a barrister like yourself, but of higher acclaim. No, this isn't that kind of respect. This is the kind of respect you give someone that you know could have you taken off the map. And that doesn't mean moved away, my small friend.
I was doing civic duty, trying to keep people safe. I'm hoping that you will appreciate that. I'm not asking for anything.
Civic. Give me a second. Civic duty. Quite interesting. You've come here to do a civic duty. It's weird to mix my tones with different accents, so you'll give me a second. I don't want him to sound Russian. That's
I
too
believe
easy.
He was Russian last time.
Was he Russian last time? Was he a big Russian bear? That just seems too easy.
I think he was Irish.
Was he Irish?
Irish is what I believe I want to go for.
But I would do it slow. If he's big, I would speak slowly.
You're currently Scottish if you're going for Irish.
Scottish has more front at the mouth. Irish has more.
He is going Irish.
Okay, all right.
More back at the mouth at Irish. Don't you?
We've had many accent talks, and that one is Irish.
Oh, don't you worry. Though I will say he has been to the promised land himself. He knows a thing or two. Of course, when you're over there, the dialects they change from bit to bit.
If he's a polar bear, he should be Inuit, but I have no idea how that sounds.
I'm not even gonna fuck with Inuit. All right, I'm not even gonna fuck with it. Also, it doesn't need to follow or whatever. I think it's funnier that he's a big Irish monster.
Sure. What does he say? The weight is killing me.
Alright, it appears you're here in good faith. I appreciate that about you. What do you know about this creature that you've seen?
Well, he's fairy, Fae from the Everwild. Sorry, I rode here real fast and I haven't had much time to think. It is called a unicorn. It's from the Everwild. It's malicious.
Just read him the bestiary.
I legitimately was one of the few who rolled poorly about this beast, so I do not know a lot about it, which serves me well here because I think if I knew too much, there'd be follow-up questions.
And I know more myth than actual information about the creature.
Yeah. I don't know a lot. I just know that it's dangerous. When we ran into it before, it was a problem. And we barely escaped with our lives.
This creature, well, then the creature you're talking about, it brings with it Irish. The creature you're talking about brings with it a fair amount of danger. And
I think so. I came here with a warning, and I'm sorry to say I don't have a lot of follow-up information. A couple of my friends may know more, but they are with the caravan on their way, a few hours behind.
You've run into that creature before?
Yeah.
Where did you run into it?
Like I said, Desert of Malakesh. Friend of mine. We escaped with his life, barely.
This didn't seem like the type of creature you'd normally see in the desert of Malakesh.
No, it is strange that it's here.
Where did it come from?
I couldn't tell you.
That's actually the truth, too. He's not actually lying.
He can't tell exactly where it came from.
I summoned it, so I'm gonna go with it's a lie.
He can tell exactly where it came from.
So that's charisma. That's a charisma, right?
It would be a charisma. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know what that was.
Could I argue that it's persuading?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You could.
I've had that roll before, and I couldn't do that.
You could say definitely deceiving if you had deceiving, but if you don't,
I don't have deceiving. I do have persuading. If I had deceiving, I would.
Ooh, I'm afraid.
It's okay though, because I did roll decently. I got a 17.
17.
No, sorry. If you don't give me persuading, it's only a 14. My bad. 14. It's not as good as I would like.
With your charisma?
It's a -1, sir.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have the guy built for lying there.
No. I am a liar by trade. I am not deceptive.
No, he's persuasive.
Yes.
Which isn't helping him here.
Uh-huh.
You see him lean in and, no pun intended, bear down over the desk. He goes, "You're telling me that you've come across this creature and you're not aware of where it came from? This seems very unlikely to me."
I would argue that I've told you it came from Malakesh and it is of the Everwild. So what I did say was that I do know where it comes from. I just didn't know how it's here.
And it's that part that I didn't believe. He nods to one of the men to the side of you. And the Urkow that had brought you, who is a brown bear resembling Urkow, he looks down at you. He makes a fist, cracks his knuckles, and he goes, You should start listening to the boss here. Tell us what you know. And he grabs you by the scruff and picks you up all the way up so that you're no longer looking up over a desk. You're now looking eye to eye with what is easily one of the most menacing creatures you've looked eye to eye with. That wasn't that unicorn itself. You didn't really look eye to eye with the unicorn.
I did.
I didn't like your answer, so I'll ask again. Where did it come from? How did it get here?
It got summoned.
Do you know by who it got summoned?
Can I ask a question?
You may.
Is action going to be taken to protect against it? Or are you more worried about how I got here than what you can do to stop it from doing anything bad?
If I know who brought it, maybe I can prevent more inconvenience for my city here.
I can promise you that the person who summoned it will never do something like that again.
In this instance, you may roll persuaded.
Okay. And this is when I roll a garbage roll.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Uh-oh. We lost Henry.
Oh, no.
At least he's not necessary right this instant. 6 is not great.
So it comes out, I can promise you they'll never do it again.
Oh, hey, we're back.
He kind of scowls at you and goes, You'll be under our care until I get the answer I like from you. But for now, we've got problems to solve, like you said.
I find this to be an acceptable decision.
He looks at the Urkow man holding you.
Garrick, take him to the academy. Have him meet with the experts that may be able to.
Excuse me.
Have him meet with the experts that may be able to tell us what we're in for, as it appears he didn't know what to do.
He looks at him, he goes,
You got it, boss. Whatever you need.
And he just continues to hold you in the air and just carry you off. He actually begins to carry you a bit like a briefcase, swinging you slightly.
I want to thank you for being gentle, because you seem very strong.
Very strong. That's me, man. I tell you.
What's your name there, buddy?
Garrick.
Garrett.
Garrick. Put a K in there for you. Sorry, it's the
Garrick.
I can't help you. I was from the South. So, people don't really understand me from time to time around here.
Gall, good meeting you.
Yeah, absolutely. And just so you know, Gol, if I got to rip your head from your shoulders, it ain't nothing personal.
Great.
All right.
No, none take. I don't know how to respond to
that. Most people don't.
Yes.
So I do have a question, because from my recollection, the person who led him there was a high-pitched goblin type creature, if I was not mistaken.
The person
you are mistaken. The voice was high-pitched, but it wasn't a goblin.
No, it wasn't a goblin. It was a Katek.
Katek
was the original person who led him there.
Okay,
the person
all right.
That was the guy from like the guard shack that I first ran into.
The person that went ahead of him was a Urkow. The Ketek was there in the room.
I didn't remember that part. So I was like, where did he go? I want to know what happened to him.
The Ketek in the room.
And he sounded very much like March.
Boss. Boss. Are we good? Do I get to leave?
Fair enough. Okay. All right. We got that clear. We're good.
Back to your post. Make your way back to your post.
You hear us there. There you go. Now you've gotten a touch of the Ketek man, who's now off running. I don't like that. Don't like that. So we're gonna get back to. We're gonna take a break from golf, because I think this is a great time to get to Jorn. Hey, Jorn. You're pulling this cart. You know you're a little behind. You know you're decently behind because the cart's not going too quick. And that means that, really, the caravan ain't going too quick, but they're fine with it. They know that there was a great danger that was expressed to them. I'm going to turn him slightly down. There we go.
Yeah, music's a little loud.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just turn him down, and then we'll
change nothing.
So we're gonna get back to you. You're pulling this cart. Behind you is, behind the other side of the cart is Jairus, who's been pushing. Every once in a while, chiming in with his sarcastic bullshit. Fucking messies.
From the front, Jorn, trying to keep himself distracted, is responding, because he's trying to not think about the thing that they're trying to currently stay away from. So he's like, yeah, if this was a mess, sure isn't a fine one.
Listen, I've had my time with a few fine messes in my day, and this ain't one of them.
I've stopped quite a few fair messes and been a part of quite a fair few myself, but this right here takes cake.
As you guys are kind of offhandedly grumbling to each other, you come within sight distance of the first of the two what look like cities. Now you know that Falth is a federation. You do know that. You know some portion of the base knowledge. Thank you. Of the territory in which you live. And that portion that you know is, of course, that this Falth is a federation. You do know that it is heavily controlled by mobs and mob bosses. That each territory, each city is kind of its own city-state controlled by its own boss. You know all that.
Kind of like rivaling gangs almost.
Yes, but they don't rival. They don't quarrel in the streets.
All backroom deals and politics.
Mm-hmm. But they do each control a fair amount of power in those cities. Now, you don't know much more than that. You were made privy of that, and maybe part of the reason you left is because when you went to try to transfer from being what would be like as close to a guard of your own village as you could to someplace that was in a bigger city, the reception there for someone of your type wasn't very great.
Even as middle ground as I was,
right?
Still not
great. Pardon me, just a moment.
Well, at least we're not. Oh, I don't know. I was. In this cart, man, this horse had a hard job. Ooh, I didn't realize we had so much stuff in this cart.
Great vamping. Heavy cart. Oh, cart heavy.
Hey! Don't judge me, Mister. I'm not there, so I can't vamp.
Clappy wasn't there. Anyways,
Clappy wasn't there.
So, you know that much. Your reception in the big city wasn't probably very good. It wasn't this city for sure, but it was one of the bigger cities. And I think a lot of the reason that you left, because we didn't get a chance to work this out. Welcome to collaborative storytelling at its best. I think a lot of the reason that you left, from my perspective as the MC, is that because you felt as though you wanted to protect the rights of people, and you weren't really doing that here either. If anything, you were getting hassled even by everyday people. You did what you could for a little while, but you
tried
probably
to do
didn't
right by everybody, which it was the big thing. Is like, I didn't care whether you were stealing or whether you just happened to have a bad day. It was like, hey, what could I do to help you out? And was not well received on either side.
I think the worst part was you weren't well received for the actually doing your job more than the letting shit go. They were, if you caught a thief who was stealing for malicious intent, you'd really try to take him in. Your superiors would be like, didn't you just accept his payoff and move on? Like the rest of us? Nobody really understood or respected, and you have a code. This wasn't a great place for a man with a code. So when you said, I think I want to go somewhere else, they leapt at the chance. They gave you the gold to go. Make your way. You're more underfoot here than you are helping. And you may not tell people that. Your friends probably don't know that. This is more what you keep to yourself. As you approach, you see the first city. It's walled. Big walls surround the city. You don't know exactly where it all went. But you did come through Cloudpiercer Pass. And having come through Cloudpiercer Pass, you know of the city, the area of Dirge itself. So you know that is not a walled city. And this city you don't know well. It's on the outer edge. Still part of Falth, part of the Federation, but you don't know it well. Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
I was just saying, what about logic? Well, which would be that.
Yep.
which is not my strong suit.
Make me intelligence check, and you can, if you have any intelligence-based skills that you think you can apply here, feel free to pitch them, and I'll tell you if it works.
I believe in you.
I have fortuity. That's it.
I believe in you.
Fortuity is intelligence-based?
I don't think that's intelligence-based. No, medicine is the only thing I think I have intelligence-based, which does not.
It will not help you here. You can make a case for fortuity, but that's a different set of answers.
Fair enough. Well, I'm just gonna flat roll then. How's a 14 treat me?
A 14 treats you quite well, because it's not. It doesn't take too smart a man to realize that the city that has a wall around it's probably the safer one, and you know, not far from here is the city of Dirge. Even though you know that unicorn could present a formidable danger to both, you think that the more likely case is that he went to Dirge, because he would
knowing Gaul,
because he would want being able to see the city of Dirge, even if in the distance from here. He would probably go there. Now you're still several hours away from the first city that you see, but you know that several more hours pass, and kind of in the distance you can see some of the telltale signs, as it is dark now, so you see the sort of light that is being generated by the city itself. You know, place filled with torches makes a lot of light.
Well, if I was Gaul, I think I wouldn't be here particularly, especially with the other city being less fortified.
So you're telling me we're not done yet?
A little bit further, sorry, bud.
Well, it's far enough. Wanted to get stronger anyway.
I am, however, going to tell the caravan to take refuge inside of said walled city, because they should be able to do it without problems, because they are merchants, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
For hope.
Yep. You go to the caravan driver. Caravan driver goes,
if this is what you think is the best idea, sure, I will go here. I still have to. I will have to make my way to Dirge or through the Cloudpiercer Pass at some point. Don't have as many connects here, but if this is the safest route, and you have technically gotten me to the Federation of Falth, this is where we can split ways.
Well, we can take you to the final area if we survive this situation. I just figured, at least for the moment, this would be the best place for you to take the night, at least.
Fair enough.
So, if I see you tomorrow, we'll get you to exactly where you want to end your trip. Otherwise, it's nice working for you, sir.
Of course, here is your final day of pay.
Take that and tuck it away.
And the caravan makes their way towards the walled city.
Should I make a note of that for prosperity, or do you want to make a note of it for now?
Yeah, take note that I have it. I have all of it at the moment.
Okay.
In case something does happen to me, but
so you have.
I'm not splitting it, so I'm not putting it into my own thing yet. I'm holding on to the
400 yet, 300 per day. Yes.
There was 100 for the kitty, and there was 70
each, so 300 total.
Yeah.
Daily. All right. SC with.
Oh, let me turn you back up. I was like, why are you so quiet? Because I turned you down.
Our last standings, we were at 500 gold for the pot.
Yeah, he collected today's, and since he's alone, I'm making a note that he has 300 SC of our money.
Okay.
I have not taken any of it. I just literally took the purse and stashed it just for the moment because we're all not together.
Okay.
Why don't you just find yourself at 100? Fuck it. Find it. Anyways. So
I immediately look at Jarrus and I'm like, we can leave the cart here and hoof it, or we can try and make it there with this.
He peeks over before you even finish. He peeks over the back of the cart at you, and he has the most "Are you stupid?" look on his face, and he goes, "You're aware where we are, right? You wish to leave our shit, all of our shite here,
just unattended. No, thank you. Keep pushing.
I was just making a suggestion.
A bad one.
So,
come on.
Put your a shy one.
All right, so we push on.
You push on, and I'm not gonna belabor the pushing on. You make your way, and you begin to enter the city of Dirge. As you approach, you have several people approach you of different lineages, putting their hands in the air in the universal hold on symbol.
Hmm.
And you see one of them. He's that Ketek that you as a player have heard. He goes, where you from?
Well, if you want to know where I'm originally from, is here on the outskirts of Falth. But we came.
You? What part?
The Hondu village over to the north.
Hondu village to the north. I don't know if many of us. I don't know. Whatever. I believe you. This place I never seen before.
Have you seen a short little Brunei come through here on a horse?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're with him. Oh, you probably should go talk to the boss too then. Maybe. I don't know. Let me talk to my boss. And you guys don't move.
Is there any? Well, okay.
And you see him run off. He's quite quick. And,
I'm gonna literally walk over to Jarrus and be like, I know you probably know this, but keep your eyes out.
Jarrus?
I give him the look like I know I'm stating the obvious, but just in case. Yeah.
Jarrus furrows his brow. He stares back at you with the just pitch black pools that are his eyes, and he goes, "Yeah." I don't know if you know this, but if we're not already affiliated here, which I am not, and we're seen as useful or threatening, one or the other, we will be approached. Hopefully in a way of useful and not in a way of threatening. So, yeah, keep your eyes open. I'm not a member of any of these groups. I came from a place much closer to Husk. But a tradesman knows a tradesman. I'm going to do my best not to show off my particular set of skills. Now, for the most part, they will let me pass, as everyone around here is like me. But just keep in mind, I don't know if you know this place. And I don't know much of it other than what I've heard from being in the life I've lived. So, we should both be aware. Feel me?
I'm very much in agreement.
He rushes off, and what has to be like 10 minutes later, up walks a dwarven man. He goes, what brings you here?
We came as part of a caravan heading towards this.
Yes, caravan guards. Yeah, of course. You're aware that we're in a bit of a tizzy here because of your man.
What, did he do something?
Yeah, he warned us that something dangerous was on the way.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason we came.
Yeah. I think I've had enough of your talking. What I need is for you, and whatever that is back there,
as he points to Jairus, he's keeping his head down and he's fully tucked in his cloak. He gives 2 fingers out of his cloak.
Whatever that is back there, to follow me. We'll board your shit. And we'll take you in. I'm sure that I have questions that you'll need to answer.
I very hesitantly just nod and be like, after you.
They take you
I flash a look at Jairus like, this is not good.
Jairus, who often, you can never tell. When you look at somebody whose eyes are completely one color, it can be difficult to tell when there's like
emotion
in those, other than his brow and surrounding musculature here. But you see, even through this mask of genetics, that he is looking back at you like, yeah, I'm a little, this is, ooh, haha, ooh. You know, you get that feeling? Did that
hairs on the back of your head, about neck, if you were to have that kind of thing, the tingle in the back of your spine.
Mm-hmm.
This guy means more business than we're used to.
So he takes you to a place where you can stable your cart. There you find the horse, at least. And he goes,
yeah, you two come with me.
And you follow him into the establishment in which the horse is stabled. He walks in and he goes,
business on behalf of Mr. Wesk. Everybody out.
And everybody leaves. And he directs you to a table.
Take a seat.
Thanks. So I go sit down.
You and Jairus both sit down. Jairus minding his P's and Q's as best he can. Now we're going to go to Clap. Clap! Hey, friend.
Howdy doody.
So, for those who weren't with us last time, where we left off with Little Clep, is that he was running. Boy, was he running.
And I just kept running.
And I just kept running. And I'm going to be honest with you. Based on some rolls you made there, you don't know where you are. But you were lucky. You keep running. From where we left off, I mean. You run for another 30 minutes. You have no idea which direction. Make a will check. Sorry, a logic check. An intelligence-based check, let's call it. And if you overcome your own logic, we'll talk.
17.
Ooh, you did. That's a good one. You've overcome your own logic defenses. You've been running for a while now. Just full sprint. Ooh, forced march rules. I need those.
Hey, I have that.
Yeah, I have those somewhere. Travel.
I do have skill in sprinting, so.
Oh, okay. Let me look up what the sprinting skill will get you.
Honestly, what you would probably want to have is actually distance running, which is another thing I have.
You would want distance running over sprinting. We'll find out. Let me look at the skills real quick. And then I can read exactly what sprinting will get you.
Sprinting. You can use this skill when attempting to cover a small distance in an incredibly short amount of time. This is usually not applicable in normal combat, but might be used in a chase sequence.
That's useful. Not here, but useful to know. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. All right, now let's go back to travel and see what it's like when you're under duress. All right. Forced march. You're on quite quick. But to forced march, make a DC 6 end check. Adding forced march if you have it. The check increases by 2 for each extra hour of travel. If you fail, gain +1 fatigue. Make me a forced march check. And because I haven't asked you to make one before, but I think maybe you should have, now that your fear's wearing off, everything's hitting you. The adrenaline's starting to come down. Add 2 to that. How many hours did I say it was going to take? Yeah, we'll just add 2 for now.
7.
7. That's under the 8. That is.
And
sorry,
so
adding 2 to the DC, by the way.
Just as you're aware, distance running, you can run the number of miles equal to your endurance times 2 at a steady pace before needing to make a distance running check.
Do I have? Can you look up for me what a distance running check is like? Because maybe that's what I need instead of a forced march check.
It's an endurance skill, so if he doesn't have the bonus, endurance. It'd be a flat endurance check.
Flat endurance check, yeah. I think that'll still apply under the forced march.
Yeah, he would not get the bonus of the endurance times 2 because he doesn't have distance running, but
right. I think we're going to fall under the same rules as the forced march. You still made it under, so you're going to take +1 fatigue as you start to gain your senses.
How does fatigue affect again?
Fatigue. Are you on that, Jay?
Fatigue?
Yes.
Condition?
Yes.
Okay. Fatigued is...
He should have 1 fatigue.
Whenever you suffer fatigue, immediately gain 1 death point and become fatigued. You suffer 1 death point each time you suffer fatigue, even if you were already fatigued. While fatigued, you do not remove death points when you recoup or take a rest. Instead, when you take a rest, you remove the fatigue condition if you eat and drink the minimum amount needed to sustain you.
Well, now he's got baby problems by the sounds of it.
He's about to get fatigued.
He's getting the fatigue. The fatigue has...
So you would rest once to get rid of the fatigue and then rest again to be able to recover your death points.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and every level of fatigue is a death point, so you can fatigue to death.
You sure can, which is unfortunate.
Baby.
Yeah, baby. Stream baby.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Say, I need to go to bed now.
I go to bed now.
Oh,
go bed now.
Get some sleep.
Way past your bedtime.
I mean, it's only 45.
Okay, so I have 1 death point.
You have 1 death point, and you have the fatigued 1 condition, which is to say, next time you long rest, you will not reduce your death points. Just take the fatigue off.
Correct.
So, you've started to gain your senses back. You realize you are fucking worn out. And you know now you can look around and see that you are completely unfamiliar with wherever the fuck you are.
Okay.
Now, you made a good luck check last session. So I'll reward you in 2 ways there, where I was really only going to reward you 1. The second way I'm going to reward you, I won't tell you any more than the first way I rewarded you. But you don't know where you are. You're still in the desert, but it's gotten rockier. Much rockier. Well, a little rockier.
Much like the situation.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
First, I take in my surroundings, and I see if I can see good old grumpy boy chasing me down, if he's doing that.
You cannot see anybody chasing you down.
Oh, you're not even gonna make me roll for it?
You can roll for it. Go ahead. Roll me a perceiving.
Yeah, because I want to see if I can see the unicorn.
See if you can see
Pro
it.
player tip: never say shit.
15.
You had that
not
one.
bad.
You had that one for free.
Yeah.
But I want to see something specific.
Okay.
So I need to declare it.
Absolutely. You want to see something specific. I'm going to shoot this one to the audience and to the other players. I am going to roll a luck check. Now I'm going to ask all of you, should that luck check be whether I'm lucky or whether he's lucky? Because if I'm lucky, more shit happens. If he's lucky, different shit happens. What do we think?
More shit both ways. Just one good, one bad.
Right. Should my luck fall in his favor or not in his favor?
Is there anybody in the chat right now?
There's... I don't know if anybody's in the chat, but I'll take it from the table.
I mean, you roll the dice. It's
I was going to say, let the dice decide.
Yeah, it's for you.
Yes, I'm trying to decide if it's good for me to roll high or if it's bad for me to roll high.
Yeah, you're rolling
That's
the
what I'm
dice.
saying. You roll the dice, and I will call high or low.
Okay, sure.
Are we not rolling then?
No, I rolled it. Sure, I rolled the die already. High or low?
I'll roll it.
Jinx, high?
Hi. You know what?
Jinx says hi.
All right. Well, Jinx is in your favor. So.
May the odds forever be in your favor.
You look around and you can't see it.
Can I sense his presence since we are linked?
That feels like an awareness check. But a different one. Not a perceiving.
Okay, I'll just roll flat awareness.
Yep.
12.
You don't think so?
Okay.
Perfect. You thought wrong. Oh, man.
Shaking this camera has an effect. It sure does. So what do you do now? Bucko? Partner? Friendo?
I'm just gonna stop for a minute and compose myself, gather myself. Can I see the walled off town that they went to?
You don't see any towns, any cities, any of that whatsoever.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Sure, take your second. Take a minute.
In the city of Falth, there's a group of specialized group of criminals.
Specialized group of criminals known to do some shit. Is it good or is it bad? Hard to say.
These are their stories. Dun dun. Bam, 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 bam.
Okay. I'm gonna perform the Child of Darkness ritual.
Okay, what's that gonna get you?
It's just 1 hour. Can be part of recoup or taking a rest. Okay. So it's
you can recoup
both.
Here, sure. You can't take a full rest. That's 8 hours.
Correct. I said it could be part of recoup or taking a rest.
Yes. I'm just specifying that it cannot be a part of taking a rest here unless you want to
sleep in the desert.
Sleep.
Yeah. And then I get +5 intimidating, +5 sneaking, dark vision 30 feet, can see in magical darkness within this range, damage resistance 3, primal and psionic magic, special dark claws attack.
Okay. What are those things you have gives you tactical advantage?
No.
It would technically be the stealth if you were to be stealthy to a
Yeah.
person.
Yes, but what are the things that it gives you? Whatever boon it gives you. What are the skills? Or the whatever boons it gives you? What are the?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, but with just stealth, that was the only one.
Stealth and intimidating.
Stealth,
and
dark
intimidating.
vision, intimidating, damage resistance.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Can see in magical darkness.
Cool. No doubt. Yeah. Yeah, my guy. Sure. What do you fucking do, my guy?
Who knows?
There's not really much I can do. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going. So first things first, I need to try and make myself big and bad because I know the unicorn's around somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you do know that he's around somewhere. Yeah, you made yourself big and bad.
Small and unassuming works pretty good too.
Yeah.
As
And
opposed to big and bad.
That's an option.
He does have stealth.
Just as a shot in the dark, Klep is going to not scream, not shout, just once the ritual's done, where are you, you bastard? That's it. That's all he's gonna say.
Nothing happens.
That's fine. There was a chance that he was around and I didn't know, and he would reveal himself after being instigated.
Spoken to.
Because if he was here and Jeff was a cruel man, then the correct response would have been right here.
I was half anticipating something like that.
So we're safe. So we know we're safe. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
We know we're safe.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if Jeff was a cruel man, nothing happens.
I mean, nothing does happen.
Then Klep is just going to pick a direction and start casually strolling.
You know what you should do?
Okay. You're going to pick a direction and start casually strolling. Here's what I'm
also being aware,
yeah, looking around. Here's what I'm going to do for you.
I open the door, but cautiously.
Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to allow you a luck check. And I'm going to tell you up front what this luck check is going to get you. I'm going to give you the DC ranges. If you roll anywhere from a 13 to a 17, you head in some direction towards something, which is in general good. If you roll 17 to, I believe the range there is like 21. I'm trying to look at the give me a second while I look at the DCs for things that they just have so nicely put here.
Oh, I just realized Jeff's backdrop's not there. His board. Where's the blackboard?
Not Jeff's.
Or sorry, Henry's. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, what?
It's been gone.
Freudian slip. You were talking, so I apparently said your name. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I got rid of it. I painted the walls. I did the floors. Got rid of Meow Mix, and now we're good.
Nice.
So let me restate this. If you go from 12 to 7, if you go from 12 to 16, you're heading in the direction of something. 17 to 23, you're heading in a direction that is favorable to you. If you make it over 23, which I don't even know if you can, but should you be able to, you're heading in the direction you wish to be heading. Go ahead and give me that roll.
That's a lot of luck.
You're a bastard, but I love you.
Not a good sign.
Oh, it's not going to show up.
No,
It's an 18, baby.
no way it's going to focus. Okay, 18 plus.
So that gives me a 20.
All right, 20. So you're heading in a direction that is favorable to you. Now,
I'm on the edge of my seat, guys.
you're heading in a direction that's favorable to you.
Glory.
Now, I'm going to quickly ask. Now, don't be too obtuse about this. What is something that is favorable to you to head towards? And obviously, your friends are a given, and the area you were going is obviously a given. I want something else. Give me, because you're not going where you want to go per se. Maybe.
Do you want us to tell you out loud, or do you want us to text you? Because then we could make it interesting. Because I have an idea.
I mean, I have several ideas. I was looking towards. I want you two. If you two want to text me, I love that. You two text me what you think is a favorable thing to head towards. I want to hear it from Henry though, because this is going on the stream. The stream gets to know what Henry thinks would be something favorable to head towards.
Keyword being favorable, not wanted, not desired, but favorable.
Correct.
I think the unicorn.
You think that it would be favorable for you to head...
ran for to begin with?
I mean, to be fair, the unicorn was in our general-ish direction, but at the same time, not a great idea.
I mean, he ran off after the unicorn. Of course he thinks it's favorable. Why else would he have done it?
Okay.
Did you get the message, Jeff?
I'm looking right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see what you boys sent. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, no.
That's funny.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
I don't disagree.
That's messed up. That was in the group chat. That's messed up.
I don't disagree.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Looking at your...
It's off a cliff,
everybody. I
off
like
a cliff.
it. He's funny.
It's a favorable direction. Off a cliff.
He may as well. He's choosing the unicorn as a favorable direction.
Same thing, right? Cliff, unicorn, what's the difference?
I'm on the edge of... Wilhelm scream.
Oh, man. What? You guys have given me such fun options.
Speaking
for
of
what
which,
you guys
guys,
think is favorable.
Speaking of which, guys, I should not actually be using any of my sound effects tonight because I have not changed them out. Just a little shout out. We use Epidemic Sound, and they recently forfeited their catalog in favor of a new one, which means that I'm not allowed to stream or use them. So I'm going to have to actually redo all our sound effects here. Anything that you like, I'm going to have to find in the new catalog. Just an FYI.
Snake?
Yeah, I've never... I don't ask if we have... if those sounds that you use are okay. Some things are better off not asking. For me, so.
Absolutely. Some things it's better not to know. Just like what exactly a favorable thing he's heading towards, though his answer was crazy.
We knew that he would say a crazy thing, though.
Yeah,
like
he said a real crazy person thing. He really did.
He's a crazy person.
Yeah.
I was at least helpful, but just not the greatest guy, but helpful.
We got funny, we got useful, and we got what? So, that lets us know exactly what our group here is like,
Yep. We've got range, guys. Way to go.
Well, then, I'm going to take you in the direction that I think is the most fun. Because all of the answers that were given to me were at best. So
Coward.
Coward?
Don't piss off the Mythcrafter. Gall.
You really cannot react to everything I say.
But it's way more fun when I do.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Henry.
Hey, it's okay.
Remember what I said earlier about you not giving us PTSD? Just remember that.
I wasn't.
I know you challenged him before we began.
I liked his compliment. I always go a direction.
Klep is along for the ride.
He doesn't see coming. Yeah, and I don't think that Henry thought of favorable for Klep. I think Henry thought of favorable for Henry, which is different.
He's here for a good time and not a long time, apparently.
No, I was thinking for Klep.
Yeah.
Well, and if you really want, I can explain why.
No, I think you should just do the thing.
Just do the thing.
We've been sitting on the fence for fucking 10 minutes
long.
now.
Yeah, too long. You're right. So you start moving in a direction, and you're going, and you're going, and you're going. Make an awareness check. You're going at a moderate pace, but if you travel for 1 more hour, you're not going to be doing well.
15.
15. With a 15, you see in the distance, not too far of a distance, but you see a mountain range. You know that you've already been
the cliff.
You've already seen this mountain range for a while now. As you were going through the desert, it's a pretty decent mountain range, but you see that you are in a different perspective to the mountain range than you once were. You still don't exactly know what that means as far as where you're going, but you know you're getting closer to the mountain range.
Okay.
And you are not running directly perpendicular to it, but in a nearly parallel, just slightly towards the mountain range.
Okay.
With a 15, because I was going to take you somewhere that I thought was going to be fun, but instead, with a 15.
God, come on with the order.
Absolutely. You see him.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
There he is. And with his nat 20, he sees you.
Fuck.
Choose what you do now. Oh, wait. First, let me roll one more time. What's your logic?
0.
So
your
10.
Defenses.
So 10.
10. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guess who's scared again? Absolutely. Not as absolutely terrified as before.
See,
but scared.
I can wish someone would have been there to blood bond.
Well, who ran away from the group, bud?
Yeah.
I know.
What do you do? You see him. You fear he could probably bridge the gap pretty quick. But what do? You know he sees you. It's like he's looking into your soul. Well, into the both of your soul, as you do carry a piece of his.
Can see right through you.
So Klep wants to attempt to steal his stance.
Sure.
Do you want me to roll for that?
To steal his stance? Here's what I'm going to tell you. The fear condition in Mythcraft is much like the fear condition anywhere else. You cannot move willingly towards whatever you are afraid of. You are not forced to run away. If you'd like, I will allow you to roll to stay put. I'd say make a intelligence-based check, because I feel like this is a logic thing. You've got to overcome emotion with logic. That makes the most sense to me.
Not bad. 14.
14. Sure. You're standing stock still. Steeled, as you feel. But you know you couldn't make one step toward him. But by God, if I won't make one step away.
Yeah. And he is slightly bigger, ganglier, El Chupacabra, as Jay would say at this point.
Sure. Chupacabra-esque.
I hate that. I hate all of that.
I loved it.
Yeah, he is. You know what? As you stand there still, he doesn't even run at you. He trots over. His heavy footfalls become almost deafening in the silence of this evening. You've been running for hours. You're probably about 2 hours in total away from the original moment you ran. And it was 4 hours for them, for Gaul to make it where he was going. Add another hour, maybe 2, for his friends to catch up. So you're way behind the timeline. 2 hours at least. Let's call it 2.5. Fuck it. And you see him walk toward you. Dun, 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 dun. And he doesn't even get all the way up to you, all the way up in your face. He stops about 10 feet from you. White mist spews from his flared nostrils. Like the gas releasing from a set of air brakes.
Hey, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here?
Well, I have you to thank for that. Should I say your friend?
I missed the first part of what you said.
I have you to thank for that, don't I? Or should I say your friend?
What friend? Are you talking about Gaul?
The little one. The one who brought me here.
Yeah, but why are you here? Why are you following us?
You think you're worth following?
I don't know. I don't know what you want.
He takes 2 big steps closer.
Good. You're too weak to know anything of what I want. But I see what you want. What you want is more power.
Oh, hold on.
You don't know anything.
Hear you calling for it in the back of your dreams. Time will be,
As he takes more steps towards you,
so small and weak. My power comes at cost.
And I don't need it.
Sure.
Can I roll to no longer be afraid in this moment?
Yep. But I'm gonna need you. To roll 2 and take the lower.
Okay.
Because you should be afraid. This is overcoming great logical fear here.
I don't think it's going to be enough, but a 13?
With a 13, you're not frozen in fear, but you haven't overcome it. You can move.
Because I only want to be able to take one step. One step closer.
You would have needed the dice to really be on your side for that one.
Okay. Okay.
He stares you up and down and goes,
I'll be here when your weakness finally gives way.
and he turns right in front of you. And I'm going to give you one chance to roll a dexterity-based roll.
Woo-hoo. 21. What? Oh. Still probably not going to be enough, but 21 is pretty daggone good.
21 is pretty daggone good.
21.
With a 21, you manage to move just enough that when he gives you this back hoof that kicks you up off your feet and into the desert, you don't take any damage. But you are good and lifted.
Mostly throws him instead of actually kicks him, kind of.
Mm-hmm. That's what he manages to save himself with. Just enough that he doesn't get his ribs cracked, his chest caved. Now, he wasn't going to kill you. But now he didn't even hurt you. Couldn't do much, but you could do that. But he throws you about 15 feet away. He looks back and goes,
Tell your friends I'd love to talk to them.
Laugh all you want.
gallops off.
I will not.
Gallops off. And I hate to take the wind out of your sails, but you just won't be that tough. You didn't take any damage, but you're scrambling to your feet and catching your breath.
Okay.
So yeah, if you were to say it, you'd probably say it to his
Said
dusk.
it to himself
Yeah, you can say it
as
to
he
yourself.
rides away.
He said it more like this is all I'm saying. Laugh all you want. Not laugh all you want.
Even fucking
I'm
better.
not saying shit.
Yeah, tell that bitch.
Wiping the dust off his face, like, I won't do it. Won't.
So now here's the fortuity. As now it's getting dark, you can see some light. That's the dim glow of what's probably a city, as not all of the moons are out. For those 5
Speaking
moons,
of which,
of course.
I was gonna say, how
There's
many?
5. There's 5 moons, of course.
Are they all up?
Not all of them are in full phase. In fact, most of them aren't. So it's just dark enough that you can see the dim glow of what looks like a city. But now that you're near the mountains, make an intelligence check.
Nat 20.
Whoa. You can see the dim glow of a city. You know that you could probably, within a couple hours' time, maybe less. Well, you'd be hobbling, but in time, you could make it there. You think that it would be possible. But with your intelligence check, you remember that as you were approaching this mountain range, the side that you were approaching was the low side, not the high side. And looking up at it from where you are, as hard as it can be to tell with a nat 20, I'll give it to you. You know that the city, or whatever that is, that dim glow you can see off in the darkness, that's towards the high side. So you have a choice to make. Follow the mountains, the directions where you can be pretty sure your friends are, or go someplace where you know you can rest. And you are not doing well. If you travel for every, I'll give you a big group of time. You know you can make it to the next city and only take one more fatigue. And we're going to go above board with it. But like, that's how you feel. It wouldn't be that hard for you to get there.
I was going for it anyway. And I shouldn't have to take fatigue if I'm not doing a forced march.
You can't, if you're not doing a forced march, sure, you could take your time, I guess. But keep in mind, you blew out your senses, my guy. You were just running like crazy. And when you have one fatigue, it is much easier to get another. This isn't necessarily the way the book writes it. I'll let you guys look that up and see if there are more precise rules about that. I'm perfectly okay with that, and I will follow those rules. But what I am saying is typically when fatigued, doesn't matter how slow you go, if you've got to travel for another 2 hours, it's not going to help that fatigue.
But it could not worsen it.
It could not worsen it.
How about we roll for it?
I'll let you roll an endurance check. You can make it to the next to the place that you see with an endurance check.
Okay.
And potentially not take another fatigue.
12.
12. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So you're heading towards the lights you see then.
Where I think my friends are.
Okay. I want to be clear. 2 separate directions, and you didn't specify.
Yes,
One
where
is
I think my friends
quantifiable.
are.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to make another endurance check for that. This time the DC is 12. Last time it happened to be 10.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take 2 fatigue, please.
2 fatigue. Add another death point. You're at 2 fatigue. But you keep traveling.
Oh no. I'll be at 3. 3 fatigue.
Why 3?
Because I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's how you want to do it.
I mean, shit. I wouldn't say that, but I don't know. What do you guys
Actually,
think?
no, that would track. Technically, crit damage would do twice as much, so he's taking twice as many fatigue.
Yeah, they don't really have, I don't believe, strict rules for crits on skill checks.
And
so...
you as being the MC can determine how you want to punish him, but his idea isn't bad.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to put it to the table because this will become law from here on out. What do we think?
To balance that, what would happen if he crit succeeded?
If he crit succeeded, I couldn't take one away.
That's my point. That's why one of the reasons why I don't love it, because there's no balance to it.
Okay, let's just say it takes him way longer than it would normally have done. He still takes the 1 fatigue, but it takes.
Fatigue.
He's not even going to be able to take a full rest.
Yeah, you're going to be going deep into the night. This is what I'm going to tell you. You're going to go, as I said, the timeline here was when you saw the unicorn. You were a little more than halfway through the travel that Gaul had taken originally. A little more than half. Actually, probably a little more, almost 3/4 or just over 3/4 of that travel. Now, on your way back, you're going real slow. And it's probably going to take you another, let's call it 6 hours, how slow you're going to make that trip, which tracks for adding another fatigue. Right? That's a long time when you're already absolutely nerves fried. And I think most of us can understand at one point what it's like to have been so jacked up on adrenaline for so long. Because he ran for like an hour, jacked up on adrenaline.
The crash is horrid. It's worse than caffeine.
And to have come down and still have to walk for 6 hours, you're gonna be bushwhacked, buddy. But you'll make your way there. And I'll rejoin you there. But we're not gonna do that yet. Let's get back to Gall. Gall, you've been waiting around.
What?
Yeah, Gall, it's your turn.
Being interrogated.
It's been so long, and I've just been doing sit-ups and crunches because it feels like literal years. I'm going through my
Gall's
fucking
still
Uncle
just
Iro
hanging
in the prison. Yeah, no, I'm going through my Uncle Iro fucking. That's how long this took.
Hey, I had to touch base with everybody. When you split the party, it makes everything take more time. As
yeah,
you
no,
very well know.
If I've touched the ground, I've been waiting in a cell. If I've not touched the ground, I'm literally dangling. Just.
Oh yeah.
If he dangled me too long, I need him to roll strength because I totally fell asleep. And now I'm stoned and it's heavier.
We're gonna catch you up right where we left you off. He was briefcasing you on your way. You just had that weird conversation about how he means nothing by it if he has to rip your head from your shoulders. Some time passes as he briefcases you to what is a really nice building. I mean, and this is nice even for you. This is like, you may not know nice like this. Bridgemore was pretty nice, but this is a nice building, and it's a big building.
That's a nice building. I like that building.
You've probably not seen a lot of academies in your day, not of the formal type. But that's what
it's not just a nice desk. This is nice buildings too. That's cool. Yeah. All right.
Well, did what it looked like.
You approach this.
All right, man. Yeah.
This let's call it a Gothic themed building. I feel like Gothic architecture is really encapsulates the idea of academia to me. Old school academia, at least.
The gargoyles, the ornate pillars.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
The fishnets.
Very Baroque.
Baroque.
But I probably wouldn't be dark colors though, would it?
No. It would be like a royal purple, I'd say, potentially, or a blue.
No, pastel goth. All right, let's do this.
Or like a blue. They're dark.
Don't forget the fishnets, please.
I'm strangely turned on right now. And I'm not afraid to say it.
I'm going to totally pass over your dumb goth jokes because goth was architecture before.
Black and green with a tasteful black upper lip.
Listen, your Shigo reference goes fucking acknowledged.
Okay,
it can't go unacknowledged when you
you're
acknowledge
saying
that
is
it's
right.
Shigo.
You just said it.
This sentence.
Look,
if you let me
what you're
finish.
telling me is that I should have warned them about the barbarian horde rather than the unicorn. Is what you're telling me now. This is the goths outside of his house. Right?
Visigoths, huh?
Yes.
Now
Because
that's
before
a joke.
it was architecture, it was a people.
Fair enough. Now that's a joke worth acknowledging. A Visigoth joke. Good joke. Classy. You know what? Fucking cheers, bud.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. So yeah, Gothic architecture, gargoyles and shit. Let's go. What's up?
Yeah.
Cool house.
I started out
This your
serious
place?
until somebody said fishnets, and I was like, all right.
Cool house. This
This
your
ain't
place
no
there,
house.
Garrett?
This ain't no house.
That's not your house, Garrett.
No, this is the academy. Like I've been told to take you to.
Oh, sorry. You told me I'm being suitcased now, so it's
He's just acting like you're the silliest guy in existence right now. It's great. He's silly little man.
That's an angle you may not want to be on a cam with.
Where are you going?
We're going into this building.
Oh no.
Where are we going?
We're gonna go into this building, the academy here. We're gonna see what they know compared to what you know, and hopefully, I don't know, get some answers.
Yeah. An academy. We'll lead away, Garrett.
I'm already doing it. And you make your way into this big building. As you enter,
I don't know why, but why do we have similar accents? It's real weird.
are you from the South?
I am from the South.
Well, that explains it right there, don't it?
No, you're from down. Oh shit, you're from Tafunga.
Well, not quite Tafunga, but in the area, yeah. And he, hold on. This will be really fun.
You're one of them weird Brunei from Tafunga.
Hey, I may have been in your town.
Yes, hold on.
You ever get in a dispute in the last 30 years?
He speaks to you, and he speaks to you in Tefani, and he's actually been speaking to you in Dashari this whole time, which is, you're used to people speaking to you in Dashani, but he speaks to you in Tefani. He goes, "Yeah, man, come on. I've been around. Guy like me, though, you gotta make work. You gotta make work, you know."
Oh my! Thank God somebody speaks a good tongue. You know, it's so hard to fucking parse the language sometimes.
You know, it was difficult for me to learn language.
No. Sorry, we're speaking our real language. My good sir, it's so good that someone speaks the common tongue, the proper way one should speak.
Of course, sir. This is the way that we speak.
Yes. So what's the academy?
It's a place of learning. A place of high learning. They don't got there's some out where we're at, but they really like it out here. I have to take you to the but what'd you say this thing was?
It was a unicorn. A creature of the Everwild.
Everwild. All right, I gotta find
fairies.
Everwild.
Fairies.
Yeah, I'll find an expert on the Everwilds here. Hold on. And he walks into the building, and he goes, he literally puts you on the table there, and he just goes, he doesn't let go of you though. He just puts you on your feet. He doesn't let go of you. He just puts you on the table, and he goes, "Hey, where's the expert on the Everwild, right, little guy?"
Yeah, Everwild.
Where's
also
the expert
Manners.
on that gonna be?
I feel like Manners would be a good one to get him.
And there's an elven woman there, and she goes, yes, go down the hall. There's the doors should be numbered. You'll find your way to the person you're looking for. Don't you worry. It's room. The room is 25. You got it. And then he hoops you up off the table, and then just don't makes his way down. He opens the door with all the authority of somebody who doesn't know that there could be anything happening in this place.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And somebody who's definitely coming from the boss. He opens the door. Is there a professor or somebody in here knows about the Everwild?
So you guys don't have a lot of like rules to like where you can get like you just walk in anywhere, huh?
Yeah, well, when you're coming from the big boss, they don't question you.
So he's like the king of this here town?
Well, you could definitely say king. You know what? He might even like that. I don't know. Well, I ain't never called him
chieftain? Like chieftain.
That's
what we know, right?
Boss is what most of us go with. Yeah.
Anyways, only boss I knew was a man named Hog.
And
and a person pops out who appears to have a very sort of sandstone like skin, and they pop out from around the corner and they go,
I think you might have been a Duke.
Yes, yeah. How can I how can I help you? You're a expert. Little man wants to talk to you.
Oh,
And by that I mean
now
and then he sets you on the ground. He sets you on the ground and he goes, "Hey, go figure out what you need to figure out, because I don't know if you're going to relay a message here. I'm not risking my good ear on relaying the wrong message." You see that one of his ears definitely has a small chunk taken out of it. He goes, "That's a lesson you learn once."
I feel like maybe I didn't get the correct message. I was under the impression that I was in some sort of trouble and that I was going to be interrogated. What do you want me to tell him?
Oh, I don't want you to tell him nothing. I want you to figure out from him all the shit you don't know, dummy. And he playfully punches you in the back of the head, like not like hard, just like
I fall over.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. No, I'm used to it.
Playful little backslap.
You don't settle disputes in barbarian territory without getting knocked down a few times. Sorry, my name's Gull Sidman. I'm a barrister from down south.
Yes, I
came up here.
I recognize the accent. Your Yusef Dushari is quite good.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is. Give me a second.
Random name generator. Go.
In the meantime, long story short, came here with a warning because we saw a unicorn on the road, and we don't really know what to do about it.
Thrawn.
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 Thorn?
Thorn.
Thorn. Thorn, father of Thorn. And he's a what?
I thought I said Thrawn there for a second.
Yeah, I did too.
He has sandstone-like skin. So to be in more specific terms, let me look up the exact name they use here. Give me a minute.
Is it a trollkin?
No. Not a trollkin.
No?
A trollkin, though. I'd almost forgotten about trollkin, so you'll see one of those.
Very diverse. Lots of people.
He's an elemental.
Okay.
Of the stone variety.
Interesting.
Sandstone,
are those common? Is it wild to see an elemental?
You've probably never seen one in your whole life before.
Right. You know what? There's no time. Unicorn in the area. Very dangerous. The boss. I warned the boss. The boss sent me and this guy to get more information about it. And what we should do vis-a-vis, the fucking unicorn. I don't know shit about it. I just know it's from the Everwild and it's bad.
Yes, the unicorn.
I have a Hondu friend who's damn near shitting himself out of fear, and I don't really understand fully why.
So to be clear, it's a unicorn that is coming this way.
Yeah. Horse-like hoofs, mane, tail, horn, attitude for days.
He's not in the Everwild?
No, he's here.
It's here.
Right here, like maybe a few miles away.
Okay.
Is the elemental sweating at this point?
Yeah, I mean, he is
visibly shooketh.
He's crumbling a little, not sweating, but crumbling a little.
Little beads of sand.
It is at this point that very high awareness Gaul, maybe the full effect of what he's done is sinking in. He knew it was bad, but this reaction from the stranger, I think, is what's going to finally...
Not just his friend, but somebody different.
with Jorn, he could chalk it up to a certain amount of
superstition.
Yeah. And, like, our group's not the most knowledgeable. This is a guy at the academy, supposed to be a knowledgeable man. He's supposed to be the expert of this town.
Mm-hmm.
Just made him panic.
He
Yeah.
goes,
Hey, I know that that's a lot, but it's happening. So whatever you know could save lives.
Huh. Well, let's learn. Let's look further into the things that I know. Huh? Pardon,
All right.
I will
First,
get a book.
yeah. First things first. What don't they like?
Mm-hmm.
That is a,
Maybe just something to keep them away.
Everything that's not them. What
that
kitty?
is a great thing to think of first.
Hey, Gert.
He goes back.
Gert.
He goes into his office there, because you walked into a classroom. Attached to the classroom is his office. He goes into his office to look for a book.
Hey, Garrett, you familiar with the GUI decibel system?
GUI decibel?
Yeah, GUI decibel.
Man, no.
Oh my god.
Man, do I look like someone who's familiar with decibels? Decibels?
You know the alphabet?
I do know the alphabet, but not the
Books
one
should
in this
be
language.
in fucking
I know
order.
the one
All
in
right.
the language from.
I want you to go find you and look for unicorn. Help this guy.
Man,
You're
I just
tall.
told
Maybe you
I
can get
don't
the
know
tall.
the alphabet in this language, man. He don't even speak
This.
This ain't even the language he speaks. I bet you that could be in any number of languages, man. I don't know
God damn it. He
he
probably
looks like.
speaks 8 languages. All right.
Don't worry, I'm finding it.
You're muffled from the office.
Can
Shuffling
I
papers.
help him find books? Can I speak
no,
this
he
one?
It's okay. He runs back.
Okay.
Last time you helped anyone find a book is how we got in this situation.
Haha.
Hey, I saved your life.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
I can't. I need something.
Go get another one real quick.
I'm in the middle of an RP, all right?
Yeah, he's in the scene right now.
You go get him a
Your
drink.
turn. I'll go refill.
Yeah.
Let me just drive an hour and a half and I'll get him a drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a real friend would do.
What do you got?
Well, what I can tell you of the things that I've learned about the unicorn is that, and I knew this already, but I wanted to confirm. All fear the unicorn. All is known for their vile acts.
Okay.
And they happen to take pleasure in mutilating.
Can we like? I mean, it's a horse, right? Like, how does it commit vile acts? Like, what can it do?
Well, they are known for being able to create visions of like none ever seen.
Right.
And then the visions, sometimes the visions are pleasant until they are not. They are truly creatures who enjoy toying with those around them. It is said that they being in their presence can cause decay and sorrow. I wondered why today felt like a bad day.
Hey, Thorn.
Mm-hmm.
The unicorn can cause sorrow. Don't let him do the job before he gets here.
Mm-hmm. It is said that it does it in quite a radius. If he stays in one place long enough, it could permanently affect the place he is staying.
How do you fight that?
I don't have a record of the amount of time that takes. The only way to stop it is to get them to move. As far as I can see, there is not a lot of knowledge here, as they are not creatures that we come across here often.
Almost ever.
Of note, besides the very dangerous horn, there is some research that says maybe they bite, and that their tail could also present a real danger.
The tail. What about the tail? I can guarantee it bites. I seen its teeth way closer than I wanted to.
It said it can be used like a
flail.
What is the word in this language?
Whip?
Not quite a whip. Like whip, but more whips.
With spikes cat of nine tails.
That's the that is the word, I believe.
Scourge.
Uh-huh.
All right. That's great.
These are not
now confirmed. We know all. Now we know what it can do to us. What can we do to it?
It would appear that the only thing that it is said could affect it is the magics of the holy variety.
The holy variety?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
According to
I
the
suppose
books,
you got a lot of holy men in this town.
And all of this is conjecture, mind you. We do not see enough of them.
All right, I know. Okay, I get it. It's books. There are a lot of holy men in town. Is that a common profession here?
He solemnly shakes his head.
Fuck.
With great force, it could be overcome potentially. I wish that I could give more. We have mages. Some here. Some of the other professors. Good to know. Yep. Mages.
You got. What about like a lot of thirsty horse girls? They could run him off, right? Isn't that I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. All right. All right. Thank you, Thorn. Do me a favor. Keep looking into it. Maybe you can find something that would help. I will go ahead.
I will try.
Suffice it to say, it sounds like the only option is to drive it off. If it hurts people with sort of bad vibes, could we like fight back with good vibes? Is that something that can be done? Or is that some Care Bear shit?
A cautious and very much uncertain shrug is the only answer you get back.
Okay.
Kumbaya, unicorn.
Yeah.
What's that mean? Nobody really knows.
All right. Hey Garrett, it looks like we've got about everything we can here.
Yeah, don't sound good, does it? I'm glad I'm not going to be the one relaying this information. That's on you. Which ear's your favorite ear? Actually, you know what? Which toe's your favorite toe?
I'm partial to most of them.
Well,
I don't know that I have a favorite. My least favorite's probably that pinky toe that always catches the chair leg.
Well, if you're lucky, that'll be the one.
I am going to pretend like I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Derek. Garrett. Is there anywhere else that we could go talk before we see the boss again? I know you're doing business for him, but
We can talk on the way. We can do the old walk and talk.
I was
you
just
won't
wondering
be
if
walking. I can't trust your little legs to keep up, man. I'm tall and you're very small by comparison.
do you guys are a trading city, yeah?
A what?
A trade city.
We do trade, yeah, sure. Not on a lot of popular markets, but you know, we trade. It's one of the things we
Can
do.
I actually, before I go down this road, can I make? I want to roll to know if I want to know if salt is a thing in this mythos.
Yeah, salt is
In
a thing.
most, well, no, I know it exists, but I'm asking if it has mystical properties like it does in so much folklore. If that carried over to Mythcraft,
We're trying to go whole ass supernatural on this bitch.
Yeah. Or again, above board in metagaming, something that it makes steel.
Yeah, I've already failed
my
that
stance.
roll though. I asked for metals that would hurt him, and I failed that roll. And I remember that I failed that roll. But
unfortunate.
I want to know if there's just like a general like salt cast out witches or whatever the fuck. I don't know if there is that sort of mythos in Mythcraft though.
There is no such mythos that I have come across yet. Let's see. Let me read a little bit more.
You call yourself Mythcraft if you're not going to include some mythos. What's up with that?
Like I said, it's just not that I've come across as of yet.
It's in the deep lore. It's in the deep lore of the deep book.
Don't quote them
that they haven't written yet.
Don't quote the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
We can write it right
now. There are rituals.
Yeah.
There's exorcism.
You know what?
And banish.
Actually, I have a real question for you.
Yeah.
Gaul.
Gaul. That's not me.
Or not Gaul, but Grandpappy. Did you keep the book?
I mean,
MC.
God, I didn't say I did, but I don't know if you said any reason why I couldn't have, and I don't see why I wouldn't.
I didn't give you any reason why you couldn't have, so you could have kept it.
Okay.
Do a thing.
Yeah, I think I didn't bother with it because I felt like it was a gift to begin with that I had that book at all.
It was a gift that you have that book at all.
Fuck it. In front of Garrick, I pull the book out of my pack and I'm gonna give it to Thorn. Hey, Thorn, I got this. And truth be told, I couldn't really make much hide nor hair of it. Took me a few days to get any information out of it. I'm pretty sure it's related to that unicorn. I want you to look at it because I'm pretty sure you can read it, or at least know someone who can.
Yes. Thank you.
Consider it my donation to the library.
I will look over it and I will tell you if anything can be found. He takes the book.
Hey,
immediately starts thumbing it. Just thumbing straight through it.
Right here in front of both of us. You leave him alone so you can thumb that book.
I knew there was going to be a joke, but I just let it happen. You know?
Okay. Well, fuck.
Yeah, it looks like in the
if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like
written there, so I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't have anything.
It's already happened, but I feel like the book would have incinerated upon its use.
No, what the fuck kind of book you think that is? It's a book with knowledge in it, not a book of spells.
I mean, it was a spell book, technically, is what you described it as.
But the book itself was not a spell, is the thing. Is that it taught you how to do the spell.
I mean, I could have made it a scroll, I guess, but
He did say book. It was.
Got one last thing that I think I might try to see if I can talk Garrick into letting me try. I'm just trying to look up how it works.
See if he'll teach you a new dance number.
No. Is there a watchtower around that might be like facing the direction that I came from? Not a place with a good view of everything.
I mean, yeah, we got one. Gotta keep an eye out, right?
Do you mind before you take me back to the boss and he cuts off whatever parts of me he's going, that you give me about an hour there so I can maybe
you want a whole hour?
Kind of need it, yeah.
How am I gonna explain all that?
Well, you can tell him that I'm trying to keep a watch out. And I'll let him know as soon as the thing gets seen.
Hey man, listen, we're almost kin. We're from a very similar area, you know.
We look so much alike. We're practically brothers.
Listen, I like you. I do. That's very, very rare I get to speak in my original tongue, my native tongue. That being said, you can be up front with me, and I can explain to him why I thought maybe that was a good choice to make. Or you cannot be up front with me, and what I can do is risk my ears, toes, and other extremities for your little. What color is your skin?
Gray.
For your little gray butt. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to risk my shit for your butt.
No. I got an ability. Big words. Didn't want to hit you with the jargon. I got an ability called
mustache. There you go. You got it. You got
there
it.
You go.
Thank you.
I got an ability called telepathic anchor. Allows me to see shit that isn't in front of me. But I gotta go to the location, and then I can essentially set up a spot that I can go back to and look through.
And why is that any better than just keeping people out there? You know how many people we got? Are you going to stay awake for the next 24 to 72 hours?
Well,
you're going to be up there for 2-3 days just looking through your weird eye?
Your boss is probably going to keep me next to him in some cell when this is all done, which means that if I'm looking out the thing, I can tell him right away.
Sure. You don't think you need sleep? To me, man, I'm just going to be honest with you. It seems like a silly plan for me to give you the green light on, because, like, we got dudes. Bunch of them. We got in army.
At least 2.
We got
everybody
guys like me who just needed work. And
and everybody who sees the damn thing shits themselves when they do. I'm just saying, can you trust them to not panic when they see it?
You know what? I ain't the thinking man for this. You can make your case to the boss. It's a fair case, but I can't just take you there, man. Listen.
Well, we're wasting time then. Let's go.
Yep. And he chugs you off. All right. Join.
In the meantime, as we sit down, I take out one of the containers of the pineapple slime juice, pour a drip of it into my water skin,
anyway.
Plug it, shake it, and then immediately offer it to Jairus.
Jairus looks at you and he goes, I hope this is strong. And he takes a swig and he gives it back and he goes, fuck, I wish it was strong.
You and me both, bud. I see if there's anybody around for me to speak with. Sorry, I know everybody's gone, but is that guy that brought us in there? He's still there?
Oh yeah, bud.
Um,
He's
I,
sitting at the
I,
table with you.
I look at him. He's like, "Is it okay to smoke in here?"
He goes, do what you like, I guess. As long as you answer my questions, who am I to deny a man his vices in a moment?
I open up the pouch, hand one to Jairus, take out mine, light us up.
Jairus kind of gives you this
Dang,
look.
you don't even offer to the dwarf?
Jairus kind of looks at you with this look of like, well, fuck, if we might die.
And I look at him with
Who am I to argue?
Something's better than nothing. I ain't got any alcohol, bud. Sorry. It's just kind of that mutual, like, hey, you got it, smoke it.
Yeah, smoke them if you got them.
Yeah. So the slightly minty aroma and smoky just kind of fills
your slightly minty smoking herbs.
Yeah.
Fill the inn / tavern with a small a thin layer of smoke.
A haze, if you will.
A thin haze of smoke. Slowly. Across from you sits this dwarven man. A dwarven man with a very well kempt beard.
Mm.
It comes down to a fine point. He's the kind of dwarf that looks at you with experience. He atop his head, he still has some hair left, but it looks like it's mostly shaven, other than a strip that comes down the middle. A little thicker than a mohawk, but thinner than just having the sides shaved into a braid that goes down the back of his head. One can assume he started to gain, he started a little bit of that male pattern and he just went with it in a way. His beard is salt and pepper with a little more salt than maybe he'd like. And he's built his in a way that you'd be like, this is a working man. He is a working man. Across
he's thick everywhere. He's
across.
He's thicker than a Snicker.
He's thicker than a Snicker.
Pussies.
He's there in some not in some like medium armor. The exact type I can't list because I don't have the list of armor right in front of me. I'm not going to try. In some medium armor, but his arms are uncovered, and on his uncovered arms, all the way down to his currently ungloved hands, his gloves you see tucked into his belt, are just a myriad of different types of scars. He looks across the table at you. Even though he's definitely smaller than the both of you, his presence makes him feel much, much bigger. And he says,
So, let's talk. Your little friend, he came here. He claimed that there was danger coming our way. Can you corroborate what this danger is? And I must stress you to be specific here.
I take an extremely long drag off of the pipe because I'm holding myself together to a point that I can talk about it, and I've steeled myself, but I still don't like it. It's like in it's like a curse word to me almost that I wouldn't want to say, or that phantom in the dark that you don't want to talk about because you don't want it to make it real.
Yeah.
And I go, well, there seems to be a powerful fae called the unicorn currently in the desert that we've seen once before. I didn't see it personally, but my cohorts have, and it is currently not far from here.
So your story does match. That's nice. That's good. What brings you through the desert?
Well, as I told the kid tech that brought us into the town, I actually used to work in a town not far, well, not too far from here. I was a guard. I actually grew up in the Hondu village up north.
Yeah.
So I set out and became to
That
to
place has been lucky. Looked after by the Grey Hoods.
Spits on the ground after he says Grey Hoods.
Fucking bastards, some of them, I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much for sure.
We started our adventure in Bridgemore. Ended up traveling through the desert to Husk, and then decided to be guards for a caravan coming here to Falth.
You probably don't know this. It wasn't Mav doesn't know this. It wasn't Husk. It was you were in Nalathesh, the very specific city that you were in. Give me a second.
So we're heading to Husk. Yes, we were in Nalathesh. Sorry, is what I meant to say.
Nalathesh, the very specific city you were in was Gaius.
Okay. Yeah, we were in the country of Nalathesh for a little while at the Flesh Pit, and decided to take up being guards for a caravan heading back towards directly home for me.
Oh, yes. Prodigal son and all that. Well, where's your caravan?
We dropped them off at the fortified city a little ways back. Figured it'd be safer for them, but we came to warn you and take up arms if needed.
Oh, how altruistic. Take up arms. Are you used to taking up arms against great forces or what have you? You an army man?
I shake my head no, but I tend to try to protect people that I believe, or protect what people I can.
Sure.
Not that you, and I taking the tone of it, it was like, not saying you personally, you this town, you would need protection, but figured I would be helpful if I could be.
Sure. You seem like the type, one of those real honor-bound kinds. Are you from here? Estos Andus. Yeah. I bet you had a hard time when you left that village.
I look at him trying to see if he was being sincere about that, or if he's being like, and I'll roll for it, but like if he's talking down, or if he's just speaking how like he would be speaking.
Yeah, roll for it. Awareness.
Nat 20, 22.
Whoa.
That's you feel all the depth of what he's saying. It's both, kind of. He's being sincere. He really bets you had a hard time, but he's also kind of like looking at you like you don't belong here. You and I both know that. It's crazy that you're from here. I could spot you from a mile away.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. We're currently speaking Doshari, correct?
Correct.
Would there be another language that they would possibly speak here that I could say that maybe would?
Oh, most definitely.
Sway him, thinking
There's another
maybe
language you could speak that is more the tongue of this area. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. If I'm thinking what I think it is, then I think we're on the same page. But I will.
Yeah. You're currently speaking Doshari because that's the language you speak with your party members.
Seems to be the most common, mostly.
The other language you know is Theshi, which is a language from this area, and you know that a lot of people in this area know Theshi. So that's.
I do also know one other.
What was the other one you know?
Valstramese.
Valstramese would definitely be a language that you think that this man would know.
So I kind of give a look at Jarrus, knowing he wouldn't probably know this. Maybe, I don't know, but at the same time, I try to go, and I don't make it like personally vindictive or like trying to disrespect him.
Yeah.
But I do make it known that while I know, and I'll do this, I'll do the sentence here in just a minute, but I want to make it known that like while I know that the crime lords and whatnot did help us out and we're I'm not on either side. I just want to help people. And so I go to him and I go, as people of your stature know, everybody needs help sometimes. Not just the good, the bad, the downtrodden, those who have more, but everybody needs something sometime. And I say this all in Valstromese.
In Valstromese, he responds, "Sure. Listen, if you prove useful, you'll get the same thing that anybody else comes here to do business gets. Business is business. You'll get no extra and you'll get no less. If we happen to think that you guys are more problem than you're worth, well, I'll just be honest with you in a language that you understand. I don't think you'll make it out of here. So I hope you prove helpful for your sake and the sake of your friend there."
I give him a nod and go, well, we want to be more helpful than a problem. So,
well, you and I, we're gonna sit here. He switches back to Deshari.
mm-hmm.
You two and I, we're gonna sit here. Your story matches up. He snaps his fingers and some, like a little dude walks up. A Kleppen actually walks up, who looks kind of like a ferret. So he's a little long. He's kind of ferret-esque. He walks up and he goes, "Yeah, how exactly do you need? What exactly do you need? Pass the message along. The story tracks. Go. Got it." And he fucking gets out of there quick as a hiccup. He goes, You two, we're gonna sit here. When the boss gets back to us about exactly whether or not you can be helpful, then we'll know. Maybe, if you're lucky, he'll decide that you're not helpful, but you are also not a problem. You can go about your business and keep living your lives the way you live them.
We appreciate the opportunity, at least.
To speak candidly, I'd love to keep living my life the way I live it. It's been good for me so far. In the last bit here, at least, maybe not all of it, but keep on living. Big supporter of. Big.
About to take a swig out of my water skin, and I whisper, I was like, yesterday wasn't so great, was it?
No. Moving on. We'll sit here. I'll put you up in two of these rooms. We'll have men here. He looks over. There's clearly still an owner of the bar or of the inn. They didn't leave. This is their business. He looks over at them and he goes, We'll cover you for your services. He nods. For now, we stay. Likely, you two will be sleeping here. We'll have a couple men here.
We understand.
Good night.
Good night.
And he goes to get up, and then he sits back, and then he goes, a moment. He looks over at the tavern keeper, the innkeeper, and he goes, "You got food?" They nod. 3. Whatever it is. 3 plates.
I am sure you boys haven't eaten.
No, and we appreciate it. One other thing, sir. I would warn you, we do have another of our troop who went missing in all of the mayhem. He's a Kleppen, looks like a raccoon. He might show up at some point in time. He is with us. He can room with one of us, so we don't inconvenience you any further. But if he does show up, he is of our troop. His name is Klepp, and wanted to warn you he might pop up at any time.
Kleppen named Klepp.
I didn't choose his name, sir.
I don't think anybody but him I don't think anybody chose his name. But it sounds of that. What parent would name that's like me being named Dwarf. It's silly.
I just wanted you guys to be
you guys are bullies.
I wanted you to be forewarned, so if he showed up, that it wouldn't be unexpected.
I appreciate that. I will let the men know. If he comes, he'll be put with you.
We appreciate it. We wait for the food to arrive, and I do, as much as we appreciate that it would be taken care of, I do offer to at least pay or tip the tavern owner, because the right thing to do.
Yeah. The tavern owner takes money. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
He said it was taken care of, but at the same time, I was like, I not want to be rude and take all of the hospitality for granted. So,
yeah, absolutely.
So I'll go ahead and what's a normal meal cost again? Was it like 4 or 5 silver?
Yeah, it would be like 4 or 5, maybe.
So
in this area, maybe as little as 2 or 3, but yeah, 4 or 5 is a safe bet.
So I'll tip, and I'll tip for Jarrus as well, just because I'm the one doing most of the conversing and trying to keep the rapport going. I'll tip like 5 silver, just to say, hey, thank you, we appreciate your service, whatnot.
Yeah. He goes, look at you, such a giver. Maybe you should take more notes from your friend. Be a taker more
often. I look at him and in Valstermese, because I'm like, I know how to take, but I also know when not to take, and how do I put this? And that is a choice that I make.
You know when not to owe.
Oh yeah. I know when too much. I know when to not to take too much.
Fair enough. You are an ugly fucker. As he points to Jarrus. Jarrus, who's just put some food in his mouth, pulls the food off the fork, smiles that menacing smile he has, and he goes, "It takes one to know one, huh?" And he gets back on it. The man chuckles and goes,
"Fucking,
I like him.
You are an ugly fucker."
You are an ugly fucker. I like him. All right. It's 10:13. Sometimes we go as late as 11. But I think we've set enough groundwork here. What do you guys? Do you guys have anything you really want to get out tonight?
No, because at this point in time, we're probably going to go straight to a rest, because it's taking a while for Gaul to get back, and our little furry friend is way in the distance.
You all are still on different timelines, so actually,
I was gonna say Klepp isn't too far behind at this point.
I actually think maybe one more scene with Klepp, seeing as most of us got, like, it felt like we each got 2, and he's at 1.
That's fair, and you're all on different timelines, so I'm gonna resolve all that.
I was gonna say, I feel like the arrival of Klepp could be the end.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, yeah. One more with Klepp.
So I will say that I'm not going to do this scene, but we will go over it. Maybe we'll do it next time. We'll kind of do it in media ray a little bit. or we'll maybe do a flashback toward it a little bit. But you are taken back to Felsen, Gaul. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be taken back to Felsen. You're going to have that conversation. We're going to skip over that for now. You boys being me and Jorn, y'all are just going to hang around for a while. Eventually you will have. Sorry, brain is trying to catch up. You're going to have Gaul catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Gaul will join you at some point. But sitting at that table for as long as you sit down there, at that table, exactly where you leave him, will be that man, that dwarven man you're speaking to.
He's our current babysitter, per se.
Mm-hmm. And
nice.
Let's catch back up with Klep. As I say, it takes you a while, about 6 hours in total. But you hobble your way towards a city. Now, because of the way you came, you didn't see the walled city first. Like, you can see it off in the distance, but actually what's closer to you is the city of Dirge. And at this stage, you don't have time to think about where they might have gone. It's got to be here or it's nowhere. You don't know how much longer you can keep up.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way into the city, and as you're walking up,
Klep, not knowing the city and what's going on, is going to try and stealthily enter the city.
Absolutely. Go ahead and take. I'm not gonna.
The only one doing it right.
I'm not gonna hit you too hard, but you'll take 2 tactical disadvantage TD on this one.
Yeah, that's fine. And evading is something I'm going to add to it as well.
Evading works. What's the other one? There's another one.
Can I do evading and sneaking?
No, it's really a one or the other. Do you think your evading is like? Actually, evading. I don't think evading does work. Hold on. Evading would be touched on this before.
Yeah, during combat.
It's hiding. We specified. I even have it written next to it for hiding. Evading eyesight.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, because I remember there's.
I wrote the note next to it, hiding, so that I knew exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, to reread it, you can use the skill to practice the art of hiding in plain sight. By knowing what people look for, you can avoid detection by changing your gait, sticking to crowded areas, or otherwise throwing off those looking for you. So that's actually kind of what he's trying to do.
Right. That's what I thought. And I want to be clear, evading is not hiding. Evading is hiding in plain sight.
Correct.
That should be what your note says. Because what is the difference between sneaking, which is hiding, and being all stealthy around corners, and evading, which is hiding in plain sight.
Evading is the ability to have somebody look at you and then ignore it, whereas sneaking is making sure they never see you to begin with.
Correct.
It's being hidden in the hay bale, which is sneaking, versus hiding in the group of.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's going Assassin's Creed, walking with the monks, or hiding in the hay bale.
Yep.
I'm walking in with the monks.
Yeah. Which I will give you.
And then minus two
of penitent raccoons to walk in with.
21.
21's great.
I have a +5 in evading.
Yeah. 21's pretty great. You're trying to hide in plain sight. You're doing your best to look like you belong, and I think you managed to pull that off, so nobody really confronts you on the way in. You're not trying to stay out of sight, but somehow you manage to look like just another person walking around there, not somebody who's just entered the city. What do? You haven't been confronted by anybody.
So I'm gonna look for any sign of the group, be it them, be it the cart, be it the caravan, anything that would symbolize, hey.
For sure, you know that. As a player, you know that. So no caravan for sure.
Yeah.
It can allow you to look for any sign of anything else. That's going to be a awareness. And this feels challenging. It's kind of a big city. You don't even know what you've been not guided at all. So this is going to be at least a 17.
Well, I got at least a 12.
Yeah, you see no signs of where they've been or what they're doing. Like it's hard for you. You don't even know if you came in on the same path, which how would you, right? So it's a roughie.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I never got my. Oh no, I never had a second language.
No, most of you don't have. Some of you have 2. I don't think you do. I think you were.
Yeah, I didn't because I was urchin, so I didn't get a second language.
I have the most. I think as I have 3.
Yes, you have 3. You have the most languages of everybody, and a lot of people here are not speaking. Yeah, I think a lot of people actually depends. I think Doshari is the one that's spoken the most around here too. Right?
It's the majority, but it's not everybody.
It's not everybody. I think a lot of people are speaking Doshari here, and that's kind of lucky for you, but not everybody.
So then he's going to look for the old watering hole because he doesn't see the cart. He doesn't see anything. He's going to look for the old watering hole, see if he can find them eating or drinking because that's what Jorn and Jarrus do.
Wow. Wow.
He's not wrong.
He's right. Yeah.
15.
What? 15 to find a watering hole?
Yeah, just one that I would assume they would go to. Like,
yes, I'm going to. I'll take your 15 to look. That's pretty decent. I'm going to give you a luck check.
Okay. 18.
18. 18's good enough.
16 plus 2.
I gotta run and pee.
Yeah, go ahead. 18 will be good enough. You're a lucky little dude. You are going.
That's all Cleb has going for him. He's just a lucky bastard.
He's just a lucky little dude. That's the best he's got.
He's a little lucky stinker, is what he is.
Yeah, 18's gonna be good enough. You come up to what looks like a watering hole, just like you said, just like you were looking for. It looks like a tavern and an inn, which is not always combined, but in this instance they are. And there you see some guys out front of it, and directly in front of the door. You don't know much about them, but you see them. I will allow you an awareness check to kind of see what you can discern from them.
I don't discern shit. I got a 5.
Yeah, with a 5, it's hard for me to say you discern fuck all anything.
Yeah.
A 5's a roughie there.
I'm legally blind.
And a roughie's a type of fish.
Yeah. They're just some dudes standing out in front, dude. I mean, these just look like guys. Fucking, these are just some guys. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
I wonder, maybe they're bouncers or something. Is it really fun in there?
They're guys?
Yeah, obviously. They keep doing under the pull over the dirt man.
Okay. I'm not going to interrupt anymore. We need to. I promise. That was the last one. That was 4.
So, just in case he comes to town.
I'm sorry. It was the worst one I could have done.
I know, it's stuck in my head now.
I'm sorry.
So it looks like they're guarding the door or they're just hanging out.
You got a 5, my guy.
Okay, so to me it looks like they're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Clip, if he may, is still going to roll off his 21.
Out of the ordinary, really. Like, they're just like, wonder what these guys are doing here, is what goes through Club's head.
Clip is going to try and ride out his 21 for evading.
You're not getting in that door, my guy.
Okay.
You could check for a back door.
Then absolutely. I'm going to look for an alternate entrance. And that's a 19.
Can't believe I gave up my ability to interrupt.
Huh?
Nothing.
There's always a second entrance.
Calm down there, Turbo.
This guy's over here trying to make a backdoor man reference or some bullshit. I'm tired of his bullshit.
Backdoor man.
The men don't know, but the ladies, they understand.
Jesus. Yeah, you find a back entrance where you assume they.
Yeah, he does.
Always do.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to be able to roll off my evading, so this one's going to have to be stealth. I'm going with sneaking in.
Yeah, you're not evading's not going to help you here.
That's okay though, because I will take a 22.
22 sneaking. That's pretty good.
I got an 18 for both checks.
That is pretty fucking good. Yeah, I'd say with an 18, you sneak your way in, I guess. Is there something more you want than that?
No, I'm gonna sneak in, and I'm gonna try and look around the tavern, whatever there is.
I'm gonna say
go to the main room.
I'm gonna say this: no matter how good your sneaking is not gonna account for areas where it would just be. It's not invisibility, right?
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry. What, Jeff? Are we taking the stance now that we're the GM? Oh, fucking fantastic.
I always try to provide a reason.
Then you know what? I want to roll and see if there's any kind of uniform.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Because I have disguising.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it.
Oh, man. I wanted him to pull an Indiana Jones.
Go for it.
A hitman?
Yeah.
I'm the janitor now. 14. 14.
14. Yeah, sure, man. You find a single apron. Just one.
Okay. I throw it on, and then I go back to my evading, and I go to just look around the main area.
Yeah, I'd love that. Go for it.
$17 plus 5, 22.
Yeah. You feel great. You just walk right out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm evading. I have to just blend in and be natural.
Listen, I just want to be sure about what you're doing here. That's all.
Yeah, I strut in like I work there. I belong.
You strut in like you work there. You think this place is going to have people in it. There's no way they don't. There's no way anybody notices a little kleppin like you. Of course not. Why would they? You just blend in with the crowd. You walk in, there's one guy there from the back. The one guy goes, "Who the fuck are you?" Because unfortunately, that's just the situation, but you didn't know that, so I had to let you roll it. The one guy goes,
absolutely.
Who the fuck are you? And then
nobody.
You hear from across the room. Do we have a problem? There's a guy here. This little there's a klep in here. I don't. He's wearing an apron, just walking. Is this one of your guys? And then you see him go, and he directs some people. Do you think, I'm going to ask this question. It's been hours. At this point, Gaul has probably joined you. Do you think that all of you would be downstairs still, or would you have tried to go get sleep?
Be honest.
Gaul's awake.
I think we'd all be catching up on everything that would be happening.
If they showed up where I'm at, then I know it.
You showed up where they're at.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They wanted to keep you all together. Your stories matched up. They were already over here.
Yeah, depending on how long his scene took, we would have probably stayed until at least Gaul showed up because we knew he was there. and then we'd probably catch up. So we'd be up for a while.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be long after.
I stayed up for certain.
Okay. So you honestly feel as though you would have stayed up? Perfect. All of you are sitting out there, including Jarrus, who's at this point, Jarrus just being Jarrus has instigated a game of cards. So
Perfect.
He does what he can do, you know. So all of you turn, and he goes, "I'm Kleppen," and you hear both the guy, the tavern owner, and this dude who's been your new also the Urkow guy's there now too. He's like, "Hey man, I put in charge of you." And everybody gets a chance to look. What do you guys do? Kleppen?
At that word, can I roll awareness?
Absolutely.
For good reason.
Hey, guess what? I'm gonna give you that. No need to roll it.
You smell me.
No. Yeah, that's what I was like, I'm angry because he disappeared, and I'm just like,
I just go, "Hey, Clip."
Yeah, all you have to do is turn to see him.
I don't even turn.
Bastards, blow my cover.
Yeah.
Sorry about
I was gonna talk my way out of this, or try.
Not happening. I mean, I a low growl.
I already
not like
had a plan.
Not an angry growl, but a low growl. Because again, I'm slightly perturbed at the fact that he just disappeared. I'm like, Clap.
And then he, the man who's
so you told me Clep disappeared, right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we would have told you because you would have showed up and like, where the fuck's Clep? And we're like, we don't fucking know. He disappeared.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody knew where Clep was. Just for that, and you know that. They had no idea.
Remembering that I did not know he had just disappeared, and would have been told, I run over to Clep and I start checking him for holes.
Yeah.
Again, low growl, Clep.
You hear the man you've been sitting with this whole time go, "I assume that's your friend."
Yes.
Look at that. We got a whole party. I don't know how he got in here, but without somebody bringing him here. But that is slightly bothersome.
Well, see, you can't really. You can't blame them. Their front door's locked down.
Yeah, I see you found the back entrance.
Yeah. I'm new here. I don't really know what's going on. I'm looking for my friends.
It looks like
and I want to make sure they're okay.
It looks like you found them. You have quite an interesting set of skills there. Clep, was it? You also look like you've been running for a long time.
Yeah, quite a bit.
I suggest that all of you go up, find beds, and get rest. Don't worry, there will be no sneaking out of windows or out the doors here this evening. I will say that if we find you somewhere where we're not watching you, I don't know if anybody will find you again after that. So it's in your best interest to stay put. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I hear you.
Crystal.
Hey, MC, real quick on this. I want to roll against you for a luck check.
Okay.
And not you specifically, but Jarrus, actually.
Okay. Let me get a different die then. That's a DM die. I'm not rolling that.
So,
no.
Go.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? What did you guys do?
Wait. We'll tell you in a bit.
I rolled a 19.
Ooh, just barely. 18.
And then I expect you tell us what you've been up to, too.
So, ignoring what's going on behind me, because I'm still slightly perturbed again, I lay down my hand to Jarrus and go, well,
Fuck. All right. Pot's yours. Fucking Hondu. He's right. We should go get some sleep. He's clearly being very generous. Huh?
Again, thank you again for the accommodations.
Clap, it looks like the world's kicked your ass, so I'll just kick
what
it
room do they
later.
have us? What room do they have us in?
They don't have you.
And are we sharing a room?
No, he said.
No, I mean like what that we've been waiting in this whole time.
Oh, just downstairs. In in a big open
tavern.
And there's a bunch of people down there. Okay.
There's not a bunch.
No, it's us four.
There's 6 people.
The owner and the guy who's babysitting us. Everybody else is outside.
Okay.
No, the Urgal guy is also there.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah, he showed
your
up.
new friend, their new friend.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably guys out. You can almost guarantee there's guys outside.
Oh, I can guarantee that.
Yeah, you can guarantee there's guys outside, and there's probably one other random dude that's gone unnamed, who is whenever he puts his hand up, he's a guy who runs over.
All right.
The lurker, we'll call him. We'll call him the lurker.
Cool. Now I'll try to remember that for next time.
I'm gonna as we get up to head towards. I'm gonna look at Clep and go. Get some rest. And I go off because I'm not mad at him, but I'm also not pleased. I'm like, he was gone and now he's showing up. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm irritated. I'm like, get some sleep. I walk upstairs.
You can thank me later.
I kind of like, yeah, well, we'll talk about it
later. As he growls at Clep, I just sort of clap my hand on Clep's back and go, got a lot to get you up on.
I can see that.
Yeah, and we're gonna end it there. And we'll definitely get back to that at a different point. But for now, back to that at a different point, meaning next session. We're going to end this session here.
Next time on Mythcraft Country.
Mythcraft Country.
Thank you for joining us here on Mythcraft Country, where we play this new system, and we have a lot of fun doing it. Today was a heavy episode filled with choices and weight, and it's not going to stop being heavier. Please join us not next Friday, but the Friday after next for more of this, so we can see exactly what they're getting into and who some of these people are. Maybe, they love to ask me names, and I'm just not always ready. But next time I will be. Fucking
get ready.
I'll show you. I'll have a list of names and shit. Anyways, I've been Jeff, your MC. We'll talk more about me. Well, I'll talk more later, not necessarily about me. But for now, let's go back through so we can have a final word from each one of our fantastic players, starting with Maverick.
I've been Maverick SD, again, the homeward bound Hondu at this point in time. He's the chip on his shoulder is still there from a lot of things, but he's learning how to deal with his past and now looking towards his future. While it might be bleak right this particular second with the situation he's in, looks like it could grow, which he's here for. And again, this system has been fantastic. We do greatly appreciate the creators for supporting as much as they have, and the resources that we have are fantastic. They need little tweaks, as we've said before, but nothing that we haven't been able to handle in with all of our different experiences. So
for a first edition system, it's pretty great.
Yeah, we're super, it's been super fun to play. Our MC, of course, has been fantastic with his off the cuff and trying to recover from our treachery as players, which is always fun. So yeah.
You should never split the party, but they did. At least I got them all back together. All right, next up is Henry.
Hi, I'm Henry. I've been your nuisance of the day. I will continue to be there for you. Don't you worry. Nothing special about me. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm glad you're here.
Go watch him stream sometime.
You can. You don't have to. I play League of Legends sometimes.
Don't listen to him. You fucking have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Father Time put it out. Father Time himself. Don't you disobey?
No, he's not that old. He's grandpappy. He's okay. He's fine.
He's Father Time because he's the DM that dictates time, past, present.
The DM that time forgot. Yeah,
he is the father of time.
DM that time forgot. All right, let's of course end it on our lovely.
It's everything they needed to know. I don't know what you're even going to do here. Hi, my name is Jameson Oxford. You can normally catch me as the dungeon master of our D&D 5th edition game. Black Powder is the name of our second campaign that we are 50-something episodes into. Almost 50 episodes into at this point.
Almost 50. Released is almost 50. Black Powder.
Yeah, Black Powder. Go check that out. It is a podcast you can find just about anywhere. And we're very proud of it. And it's what started all this. It's why they keep calling me Grandpappy. It has nothing to do with the fact that I've been playing D&D since I was 14, which is over 20 years ago.
Yep. It has nothing to do with that.
Not at all.
Not a thing to do with it.
Not a thing to do with it. Anyway, my name is Jameson Oxford. I was playing Galsubin, and thank you for letting me be a fool for you. And I hope that was entertaining.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting all of them be fools and me fumble around with their foolishness. If you happen to like this at all, please join us on some of the other shows we produce on this channel. Next Wednesday, we will be doing our first episode of Katie's new game, as I will be taking a break from what we normally did, which is Mundo. So join us there. Several of this cast will be there.
We're going to go old school.
In fact, most of us. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Hopefully it's going to be in old school 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to take it back for you. That should be good. We're finishing up Building by Torchlight. And that's on the Wednesdays that aren't what Wacko Mundo was. So, anytime you see this show, the Wednesday prior to that, we did Building by Torchlight, where we build a world with world building games. It's a lot of fun. It's weird and it's crazy. Check out the podcast. We love you so much. We appreciate every second you spent with us. And you know what? Cheers to Alia. Have a good Friday night. Thank you.
Don't forget to stay hydrated.
Being with us. Don't forget to stay hydrated. And craft good stories.
Craft good stories.
Craft them, baby.
Craft them so fucking